Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a birthday card to share with you using some digital stamps from Rachelle Anne Miller. This stamp is called Camping with Bear and I just love it. This is the birthday card that I made for my brother, and I must admit I'm sharing it really late because his birthday is on November 30th, and so it was from last year, but it has to stay a secret just until he gets it. And then, well, all of the winter themed cards came around and I just didn't got around to doing the video and then all of the rest. So I'm glad to share it today to feature his birthday card. And I just love this digital stamp. Why? Because, well, you probably don't know because you only see my hands, but I am, well, my height is 1 meter 66 centimeters, and I don't know how you call it in the other measurements, but that's my size, my length. And so my brother, he's almost 2 meters, so I'm really tiny compared to him. And so I saw this stamp and I thought, oh, this is just great. I can make fun of him and say that he is a little guy and I will be the big bear. Or I can say as it is, and this is sort of how we look like. I am the little one and he's the big one. So I just found it so great and so perfect for his card that I didn't have to consider other stamps truly. This one is just wonderful. So I printed it onto Transotype perfect coloring paper, and then of course using my Copic markers to color it in. In case you want to revisit the colors, as always, I have them listed on my blog post for each part of these images. Really easy for you to revisit, to find the colors that you maybe like, and to later on also check if you forgot about them. So that's why it's over there. Easy reference, easy for you. Also about the coloring, I think it's a while that I repeated it, but I start coloring from darkest to lightest. Now there are many ways to color with alcohol markers or with any medium that you might love to use. Personally, I go from darkest to lightest, but I also tried other techniques in the beginning. Maybe if you saw my first videos, you can see that I mixed them and did another technique every time again and again to just figure out what I like most. And then in the end I decided to just go from dark to light, and that's what I did since then. But if you prefer adding first like a coat of the lightest marker and then start with the blending, that's perfectly fine. You just do whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever gives you that result that you like. I remember the first times that I did this from darkest to lightest, and that I also didn't get that blend that I wanted. I personally find that on this paper, for example, that I need at least 2 layers to get that blend, except when it's a really small area. But it's all about figuring out what you like and what works for you. And in the beginning, I must admit, the Copic coloring was a pain and I really hated it. I tried it, I put those markers aside that I had, and I just started with the zigs, because it just wasn't working out for me as I wanted, and it took too much time for me to learn it. I'm really impatient when it comes to doing things. It's like coloring with pencils. I did it already and I love the result, but it's just taking too much effort for me currently to really continue with that. I want to get better at that, but well, we need to realize at some points that we just have to take a break from some new things if things do not work out as we want, but don't forget to try it again later on. And that's how I started figuring out those markers. And well, since last year actually, I didn't use any zigs anymore. Why? Personally, I love the zigs and the fact I think coloring with them is really easy going for me. They are really handy as well, lovely colors. I have the whole pack, and so I didn't have any limits there. While with Copics, of course, it's building up the amount of Copics because it's just a bit too expensive to buy them all at once. So sometimes there is a limit, but still I cannot complain. But what I had was that whenever I made a card with the zigs and someone featured them on their cabinets or anything like that, and the sun was shining on it, I realized that the color wasn't staying put. It was sort of fading away, and the true beautiful color that I used wasn't there anymore. It was faded, or also it changed a bit over time, which I didn't like because that wasn't my intention. And some of you haven't experienced that, and I know that, and I also have crafty friends that say, well, I don't see the issue, I never had that. Well, I have one of those cards that I made for my parents, and they have it stuck in their mirror, in the framing of the mirror, and well, several cards that I made for them. And so I have some Copic markers that I used on cards, and then the zigs, and the one with the zigs is completely faded out. The Copic is of course still there and vibrant, and so I decided to stop using zigs. I still have it, I should get rid of it or sell it or give it away. But that's again something that I'm afraid of. You want it all, you know. But that's why I switched to Copics. But again, not everyone has an issue with zigs. Others confirm it, and so I will leave it in the middle. For me personally, I really want that my cards stay how I made them. You never know. You never know that someone else that doesn't know you walks in a room and sees a card and thinks, oh, that's wonderful. That's great. But when your card isn't as intended anymore, and maybe they don't like it, or they still like it, but you will never make it like that because that wasn't your intention, I just want to avoid that. So that's why I decided to stop using the zigs. But if you want to see how I colored with zigs, I truly enjoyed the experience. I still have all my videos here for you to check out if you want to. So that's definitely an option. So as I said in the beginning, this was the birthday card for my brother. He is 3 years older than me, so currently he is 27. Wow. So I'm 24, I'm turning 25 this year, and I cannot wait. Yeah, I know it's strange maybe, but when I was younger, I was a class ahead. I was like a toddler that just was annoying because I wanted to do things that the older kids could do and I wasn't allowed yet. So I was an annoying child and wanted to know more and more and more. So they decided that I should go ahead and skip a class when I was really young. So I just skipped the kindergarten class, and I just went immediately for the first, well, how do you call it? First degree? No, I don't know. But you know what I mean. So immediately started writing and stuff a year ahead. And so all my friends were always a year older, could do more, or were allowed to start drinking, for example. Not that you need to count down for that. But, you know, it was always, I was trying to catch up with all the rest when it comes to age. So I'm always looking forward to the age I am going to become, you know. It's a strange thing, and I hope that I can keep that up until I'm 90 or anything like that, and that I don't fear getting older. You never know. But yeah, so he's 27. I love him. I was an annoying child, I think, to him when I was younger. Wanted to go ahead and quicker, and so we didn't got along when we were younger. But since I started university and stuff, our relationship got so much better, and I cannot complain. I truly love my big brother, and I am blessed having one. I also have a big sister, but well, the big brother is, well, it was his birthday card, so featuring him today. As you can see here, I wanted to add some hearts, and there are many places, but in the end I decided to only use one. So after fiddling quite a long time with hearts, I used just one on the belly of the bear, and I think it's really adorable. So that is my card for today. Really simple. I used Oceanside paper from Concord the 9th for the blue color that matched with the head of the little guy. And that's how this card became a really simple birthday card. He adores the card. It's still on the, well, it's still being featured in the living room, so that's nice. I am flattered. Thank you so much for watching this video and taking your time to stop by. I truly appreciate it, and I wish you an incredible day. Bye!